New year, new us.
It's the same old thing.
It's the same old us.
Year 6, we're still trying to figure out how to podcast.
Did I hit the record button?
What's a podcast?
It's an acronym.
Tom wouldn't know, he hadn't been here in a month.
Hello. Welcome to Entertain This, a podcast about movies, TV shows, and video games. My name is Hayden. With me I have Mitch.
Hello.
And special guest Tom.
Hello. I've been here the whole time.
Lies.
I was at all the other ones. I just sat there quietly.
Yeah. Just breathing into the microphone. Today we're discussing the controversies of yesteryear. On top of, well, that's another episode. We'll get to that later. But
on this episode, we're doing
the controversies of yesteryear. I know you
Someone's
listeners
already turned it off.
No, it's interesting stuff. I mean, come on. The entertainment business is the #1 export of American economy. And the amount of billions of dollars that are just thrown around because of acquisitions and whatnot, on top of, like, you know, the moral ambiguity that comes with it, you know, constitutional rights and things like that. We'll all talk about it. But before we begin, social media Mitch.
Good luck.
Well,
EntertainThisPodcast.com. Take to our Facebook group and page. You also go to our Instagram, TikTok, and X at @EntertainThis_. And our YouTube is EntertainThis59.
and our Patreon is patreon.com/entertainthis.
Look, take it easy on us. It's been a year.
We haven't seen you since last year.
All right. Our biggest controversies that we all think is worth talking about. Who wants to go first?
Go ahead.
Okay.
All right. This is Hayden's brainchild, so let's just let him
Get
this out of the way.
I'm gonna talk about the big one,
Oh.
which is
The big one.
the Warner Brothers Discovery buyout via Netflix. All right. To give you a little bit of background on this. All right. This is it's currently in high stakes. It's in a fragile state with about a 60% chance of it actually going through. As of today, the two companies have officially entered a definitive agreement, but the deal faces a massive hostile counterbid and an intense regulatory scrutiny. All right, so the agreement is this. Netflix signed a deal in December 2025 to acquire Warner Brothers Discovery's and streaming assets to include HBO Max. So imagine Game of Thrones through the Netflix lens.
They own it.
Put a chick in it, make it lame.
They want to buy for $83 billion. Do you remember when Star Wars got bought by Disney for $4 billion?
And everyone lost their
We
minds.
lost their minds. Like, no acquisition.
I was just more mad that he sold it. And I was like,
Yeah.
no. I was like, Disney will ruin it.
Yeah.
And they did.
Yeah.
I had a friend who said, just wait. Batman's going to be, without saying the words, misogynistic person of
Toxic
different
male
race.
masculinity.
Oh, yeah.
Batman will be that in a couple of years.
I mean, we can talk about, like, the
Batman.
the censor stuff. Like, that's definitely a point of contention. But let me get through these facts first. All right, so Warner Brothers will continue its legacy, what is considered its legacy linear networks, CNN, HGTV, all the stuff your boomer parents watch, you know, which will
House renovations.
it's got
their life will not be affected.
I mean, yeah. So, like, it's got a shelf life of, let's say, 20 years. So
It's still going to be, let's knock down this wall and really open up the space. That will continue.
show us that house. Yeah, and it will now be called Discovery Global, which will be finished before the next Netflix deal can close, likely by the end of 2026. However, the $83 billion bid has been outbid by Paramount Skydance, backed by the Ellison family. I don't know who they are. I probably should have done some research.
Evidently rich people.
Yeah, they probably like run a country.
They probably do. Guess how much they want to buy it for?
$85 billion.
Mitch?
185.
Oh wait, $100 billion.
$108.4 billion.
Why the 8.4? What's that adding?
So I that also explains some things, but I'll get into that later. The hostile takeover bid, which is basically a rushed bid, that's why they're paying out more to try and cut the feet out from under Netflix, It's also going to include cable networks, while Warner Brothers Discovery has signaled they prefer the Netflix offer due to financing certainty. Essentially, this deal with Netflix has been papered and worked on for a while now. And now that it's come to public fruition, this is like a shotgun blast from Paramount to try and buy it. Because if Netflix, the number one streaming service, buys HBO, the number 3 streaming service, they will own 40% of streaming content that exists.
But if HBO is selling, why do they care as long as they get the money?
That's so the financing, like contracting paperwork, it's more of a sure thing with Netflix since they've been working on it longer. With the rushed paperwork deal that comes out from Paramount, it's not necessarily a sure thing. Anything can happen. So,
but if you're buying it and you're guaranteeing you're going to pay them
Mitch,
amount.
this isn't a used car, okay? this is like basically the economy of a small country. You know, maybe like a mediocre country.
Like Venezuela.
Yeah.
Like, we're doing more business than Liechtenstein right now.
Yeah. Let's keep the
And
politics to entertainment, Mitch.
Oh, my bad.
Entertainment politics.
Yes.
Trust me, there's no politics there anymore.
Oh, my God. Don't worry, I have to mention Trump at some point during all of this.
I wasn't going to say anything.
I don't like this deal. It's a bad deal. I wouldn't make this deal.
He's absolutely saying stuff like that. Anyways, Netflix offer due to financing certainty, shareholders are still pushing for the higher Paramount price. So basically, the big wigs over
Money.
Warner Brothers is like, hey, we're going to get a bigger payout if we go through the Netflix deal. And since they have more power, that's why they're pushing for Netflix. The shareholders, which are just people that have bought into Warner Brothers, they're like, no, we want the $108 billion deal. Mm-hmm. So there's a little bit of a contention in-house with Warner Brothers on where to go.
Like, we want to retire now, not next year.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Exactly.
God.
I wish that was an option for me.
I know. Lucky jerks. Isn't there like some sort of like trust issues now, like with them like practically monopolizing? Because didn't Disney have the same issue like 2 years ago?
Yeah, I get into all that in here.
Can fans have a say? We don't want Netflix to own it.
Well,
I don't trust Netflix to make it good.
I'll get
Look
into
what they did to The Witcher.
Let me get through my bullet points. All right.
Yeah.
So Warner Brothers debt still carries a significant impact on this with the $34.5 billion as of last third quarter.
They're in debt $34 billion.
Yeah, they've made movies that they've never released. So
Yeah,
35 billion.
There was a Batgirl movie that was made for like 70 or 80 million that they never released, and it was almost completely finished.
And they'll like, they've relaunched the DCU, twice in 10 years?
If not like
three times.
Well, this is the twice. This is the second time.
So I mean, like the amounts of billions of dollars that it takes to invest and form.
So are they going to do like
franchise.
a going out of business sale? They just release like all of a sudden the movie theaters are flooded with all these shelved films.
Actually, they did talk about
that's a problem. That's what we're talking about.
They did talk about that if Netflix owns it, they want a 17-day window from the time it releases in theaters to when it comes onto Netflix.
Okay, so I know that sounds cool from a consumer level, but let me.
Yeah, that's cool for us.
Like
but
for me, like I'm sitting home, it's
money-wise.
like, hey, that's like 2.5 weeks. I don't actually have to go to the theater. I could just wait the 2.5 weeks,
Right.
and I could sit on my couch and watch it, and not hear some screaming kid or people being loud.
chewing their popcorn behind your head.
That's why we don't go to the movies with Hayden anymore.
What? I chew with my mouth closed. I'll have you know.
Bet you won't hit him.
Hey, you have to admit that was way more entertaining than the movie was. We watched the original Suicide Squad, and everybody was
That was
drunk.
the highlight of the film for a lot of people.
All right.
Except for the one guy that got hit.
Yeah, he'd be all right. Breakup fees. So this is why it's a weird amount of billions of dollars. The agreement includes a $5.8 billion breakup fee that Netflix must pay if a deal fails. So if Paramount gets the deal, Netflix still has to pay $5.8 billion.
So where's the downside?
Because the higher ups are probably guaranteed. It's not definitive because nobody knows the exact terminology of the paperwork, but it sounds like the higher ups, the executive over Warner Brothers, gets a bigger payout if they go through Netflix. So selfish people. That's what.
This is like railroad stuff.
It sounds like they're getting Netflix money and then the Paramount money as well. So seems like that would be more.
Yeah. However, if this is where it gets confusing, if Warner Brothers backs off from Netflix, then goes to another bidder, then they pay $2 $2.8 billion to Netflix. So I don't know
how they're $35 billion in debt.
Yeah,
kind of defeats the purpose.
just because you're in debt doesn't mean you're in debt.
If you're in debt, you're wealthy.
Yeah, exactly.
Somehow, that's how that works.
That's
Yeah, you're not when you're rich. You're never actually in debt. You just say you are.
capitalism.
Capitalism.
They're bankrupt, but they're still worth $2 billion.
So this is like essentially like the closing costs and the breaking contract costs of, housing economy. But this is the largest fees in corporate history. Like nobody's ever seen like deal closing fees this big before. $5.8 billion. Like that's a GDP for something. It really is. So, all right. Antitrust resistance. The DOJ and the FTC are reportedly preparing a lawsuit to block the merger, obviously, because it is a monopoly. Let's be honest. I know it's not, 60%. It's 40%.
Because what was the Disney one? Like Disney would have owned...
So
they would have had like 80% of something. I can't recall. I know we talked about it.
With Fox, they own 60% of some facets of entertainment. I can't remember what it is, but they do have basically a monopoly on, I want to say, like children's like movies, franchises that are currently out right now.
Well, because technically they own Fox, which includes all of the Alien and Predator stuff. They own Marvel completely, like the comics and everything.
Star Wars.
Yeah, they own Star Wars.
They don't own everything Marvel yet, though. Sony still owns some
there are a
stuff.
few character rights, but for the
Sony
most part,
still has
they own the
Spider-Man.
company.
And Sony's not going to give up Spider-Man.
Well, actually, they probably are because they can't afford to keep it.
Yeah.
It's such a great product. We can't afford to have it.
It is. That's how capitalism works, man. Like there are some fallacies in like mega corporate capitalism, because like all of this means a handful of people will greatly profit, right? And that's why the DOJ and the FTC are getting involved with this stuff.
Well, like the reason, because Craven the movie was bad and the Madam Web movie was bad, so like their Marvel. Or was it Sony just wants to sell the rights back to Marvel and make some kind of profit off of that? So
Yeah.
And I'm sure Marvel, they're going to pay for it.
And you look at those
to
movies.
get Spider-Man back.
You're like, why were these movies made?
Exactly.
Nobody thinks these movies are.
They're just
money.
trying to make
Money.
Exactly. It's just a product of like an algorithm. It's like now's a good time to make.
How am I going to be $35 billion in debt, Hayden, if I'm not putting these films out?
I mean,
riddle me that, Batman.
Yeah, well, they did with Batgirl, and that didn't work out.
Yeah.
This is like with railroads today, because like 50 years ago there was dozens, and now there's like 4, and it's about to be 3.
I watched the video of Brendan Fraser just complaining, like he's like, I watched the whole movie. Like there was some CGI that wasn't put in, but he's like, I watched the whole movie, and now they're not going to release it. He was so mad.
Oh, Batgirl?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Was he in it?
Yeah, he was the main villain. He was Firefly.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. Man,
that sucks.
He's like, they made the whole movie and just left out some.
They're
getting
getting a Mummy movie.
Well,
he gets to come back as Rick O'Connell.
If Netflix gets it, I mean, Netflix puts out some pretty crappy movies. That'll probably be like a Thursday release on Netflix.
A quick hot take. Who do you got? Indiana Jones, Rick O'Connell.
Indiana Jones.
Rick O'Connell. He actually kills people.
Yeah, my money's on Rick.
So does Indiana Jones. Yeah. He shot a guy that challenged him to a sword fight just because he didn't want to deal with it.
One man. Rick O'Connell fights
the
supernatural.
Indiana Jones blows up people. He smashes them with tanks.
Yeah, but Rick O'Connell fights the supernatural.
So does Indiana Jones.
And he doesn't just carry the one pistol. He's got like 5.
Who, Rick
and
O'Connell?
a shotgun.
Yeah. What, in a hand-to-hand fight? Or
hand to hand. The two of them are going to fight each other.
Well, he's bigger than Harrison. Well, Indiana Jones as well.
Okay, in a hand-to-hand fight, I could give it to Rick. If it's like their weapons versus their weapons. I don't know.
On the next episode, we're going to chat GPT.
We should.
Because I like the debate I just sparked.
All right. Political pressure. President Trump and various senators, like Elizabeth Warren, have already voiced concerns about the deal, obviously. The potential label as a problem and criticized the inclusion of CNN, which would be spun off anyway, but remains a sticking point. Basically, CNN being left to its own devices and not having any
outside influence.
Exactly.
This is what you're going to print and run with.
Yeah. So, like, who knows what that's going to be like? And obviously, Trump doesn't like that. The media running away by itself. Sorry.
Fake news.
Yeah. If it's bad, it's even.
CNN is less credible nowadays.
Okay, Mitch. The hostile factor. If enough Warner Brothers shareholders feel $108 billion bid from Paramount is superior to the $83 billion bid, they could sue to block the Netflix deal or vote against it in the 2026 shareholder meeting. Essentially, the bottom line is the merger is favored to happen because the corporate paperwork is signed and the board is committed. However, it is far from a done deal. Analysis give it about a 50 to 60% chance of passing regulatory hurdles. So it's got to get passed through the government stuff first. Like once the FTC and the DOJ are like, sure, it's not a monopoly, then the shareholders have to agree on it for that deal as well. I don't see how they're going to agree for the Netflix deal if the lower guys with the votes can get more money from the Paramount one.
Who has the majority?
The higher votes, which would be like the CEOs. And
then they're going to win.
Maybe have you ever watched Succession? Like
this is like a Succession vote.
It's basically Game of Thrones, but in a board table.
I was even going to say, like, even if the shareholders own most and the CEO doesn't, he still has a good chance of winning.
He might have like 50%, but he doesn't have 51%.
So when does Elon Musk come in and try to buy it all?
I don't know. I mean,
he could. He's got the money.
Yeah, isn't he supposed to be like the world's first trillionaire? Is Elon Musk?
Yeah, they said he's like close to that or something like that.
That's ridiculous.
Guy with hair plugs.
Anyways,
think of the money we could have, and he would not even notice.
So let's talk about the problems, like for us as a consumer. Okay, if this buyout happens, the death of theatrical cinema. The fact Netflix's historical theatrical strategy is a 1 to 2 week limited release. For instance, Glass Onion, all the Knives Out movies.
I'll be honest. I haven't had time to see a movie. I've seen one movie all year in theaters.
Yes, and I have theories on how the future of that will look regardless of this buyout.
Lilo and Stitch.
But Warner Brothers has been an industry leader in the 75 to 90 day exclusive theatrical window. That's like what we grew up watching movies as. Yeah. So I don't think that's the future anymore. I think that's why Warner Brothers is $35 billion in debt.
Just $35.
I can pay that right now. Yeah.
I'll buy it.
Pesos.
Let me see. Here, I got in this envelope 2 crisp Andrew Jacksons. I'm gonna mail them to you.
But
you got a $5 profit now.
So I do think that movies are gonna go back to the way they were in like the 1920s, where you had
back when they were called talkies.
Oh, wait, what?
Yeah, so movies were a luxury. They were kind of like a mix between the mid class and the higher class, and they had opera houses. Now they did have the Nickelodeon films, but like all like crudzy looking, noir films and like little kiddie shows and stuff like played there. But like the legit like Gone with the Wind stuff, and
you had to wear a tie and a jacket.
Right, you had to dress up in an opera house and go to an opera house, and then they had these like like the booth seats or what are those seats called on the top and whatnot.
Oh, like the observation seats, box
seats and whatnot. And everybody went to it like they were going to go see like a Broadway play or something like that.
Well, I did see this thing where it's not like the big circular thing they have in Las Vegas, but there's other things that they've been using where you have the screen and then like the wall around it. Like somebody was watching The Matrix, and when it burst into like the numbers and stuff, all the walls started having like all that stuff.
I think so.
Pretty cool.
I think movies are going to be like a $40 to $50 ticket coming out in the future.
But it'll be an event.
But it'll be an event. You pay and you go like once or twice a year, and you take your family and have an experience, and you pay for that experience instead of just sitting at home, munching on popcorn, watching at your convenience in your underwear, which trumps, in my opinion, going to go see.
I get dressed up to watch movies at home.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I put a tuxedo on and everything.
Let's see how that works when your toddler when your kid starts crawling.
He's the usher. He's terrible at it.
So yeah, like you roll the dice when you go see a movie today, right? Like you know what movies are going to be big, like an Avatar or the Odysseus movie coming out or whatever. Like those are going to be big to do movies that you're going to have an experience watching. You go see something random that you haven't done much research in or know anything about, you don't know if it's going to be crap or not. And it probably will be crap because you haven't heard about it.
When you got 2 small kids, you watch movies 30 minutes at a time, and it sucks.
I know. my house is a very strict. The only thing that interrupts my movie experience is my dogs.
I'll sit down to watch a movie, and my kids will want to watch, and we'll sit down. Like, we started watching Lord of the Rings, the extended cut, me and my daughter.
That was a mistake.
We've made it all 20 minutes in 2 days.
We New Year's Eve, me and Rachel watched it. Her and John fell asleep on the couch, and Rachel woke up. She's like, "What happened?" She goes, "When I fell asleep, they were in the Shire." And I'm like, "Well, we're in Lothlorien now."
Just, yada, yada, yada.
Yeah,
Mount Doom.
Walking, yada, yada, yada. Gandalf died, yada, yada, yada. Elves.
All right. So Netflix is considered the vulture of the multiplex. If Netflix acquires Warner Brothers, if they acquire Warner Brothers Discovery, they will likely kill the traditional cinema model to drive subscribers. This will basically be the nail in the coffin.
They're the TVA.
Yeah. This will be the nail in the coffin for modern theatrical release as we know.
They must be stopped.
A lot of people are going that way.
Take down the empire.
Netflix's DNA is fundamentally opposed to the 90-day theatrical window. An acquisition of Warner Brothers is effectively the end of the blockbuster as a cultural event, according to Rich Greenfield of Lightshed Partners, analyst commentary of streaming consolidation. So a lot of people are already talking about this. The algorithmic assassination of HBO, a prestige streaming company which focuses on quality releases versus quantity, which is Netflix. Imagine what The Sopranos will look like under a Netflix lens. Imagine what Game of Thrones will look like under a Netflix lens, right? And they got this Harry Potter show coming out through Warner Brothers. If Netflix buys it, it's now going to be the Netflix's Harry Potter show. Imagine what weird stuff they're going to do to that.
They'll have 1 or 2 characters that are great, and then season 3 they'll change them.
Yeah,
to a different actor.
They'll change them. They'll fit their political motifs. Like, look, where you land on the political diorama of sexuality.
Don't democracy.
Like, what would it, even the Sopranos version be? Like, they kill people and go, "Sorry."
Yeah, I don't know.
They got to apologize because they whacked somebody.
It's going to be worse than that. It's going to be motives. Like, I'm going to kill you not based off of money or revenge or whatever. I'm going to kill you because you call my son gay, and he is, and it offended me. It's like injecting modern stereotypes and offensiveness into a show that's got no place for it.
And it'll be a prequel, and the women actually run the Soprano family.
I could see that.
Carmela didn't run nothing.
That's why I said it's a prequel. Her mom.
So, look, I don't care what the politics are for people. And if the show is built around the politics, I'm all for it. Like, there's a show on Netflix called Boots about a gay Marine. It's actually a really good show, and I enjoyed it thoroughly, right? But that was the centerpiece of the show, is how this guy, in a time before, Don't Ask, Don't Tell, during Don't Ask, Don't Tell, got in the Marines.
You know, like when it's just shoehorned in for the fun?
Now, when it's shoehorned in, and then you start building, like, plot devices, Stranger Things.
I don't like girls.
So, about why these characters are making dumb decisions because of that kind of stuff. That's where I draw the line. Nobody does that. Nobody stops a world-ending disaster because
Time out.
I need to tell you that I'm gay right now. Like, just stop
I need
that.
you all to know that, so I have the strength to kill this monster worm man.
Yeah, that's the stuff I'm talking about. So HBO has won more Emmys per program than any other network in history. Netflix uses completion rate data to decide cancellations. If a show isn't finished by a high percent of users in 28 days, it dies. Basically, if you don't binge a show in 48 hours, it's canceled, right? If you don't watch more than like 30 seconds of a show before clicking off of it, they like per capita of users, they cancel it.
So now I need to know. Now I know what I need to do for some of these other shows I want to get rid of that are in my way.
Rings of Power.
They keep getting suggested. Like, I don't want to watch this.
The stupid Rings of Power show.
That's Amazon though.
So back to the
They're gonna make anything.
They should be ashamed of themselves for making that show.
back to what some people are calling the murder of art. Masterpieces like The Wire or Succession would have been canceled after season 1 because they had slow audience garnering rates, right? Based off of Netflix data-driven metrics. The danger of tech-first companies like Netflix owning a boutique brand like HBO is the shift from curated excellence to engagement maximization. And we're going to inundate
A lot of
you.
big words.
Watch it!
So instead of watching a show that's a slow burn like Breaking Bad or HBO's Game of Thrones season 1 was kind of hard for me to finish, right? I'm glad that I got to it by season 2, 3. Obviously season 5 is meh, or was it 8? I don't know.
No, seasons like 1 through 4
Great.
was like it got better. Season 5 was like the plateau, and then 6, 7, and 8 was just like plummeting from 40,000 feet. You know, both your engines are gone, and it's over.
So like, you know, that we could use this as an example. The people that made Benoit and all the other people that made the Game of Thrones show, they hit a shelf life after they caught up with George R. R. Martin, and HBO strangled them and said, "You need to finish the show. It's been years. We're going to lose audiences, right? We need those numbers." That's from the curated HBO controlling the story, right? Imagine if it was Netflix. Like if season 2 was per the book, and they're like, "Hey, we had a little downtick there with some of our audiences when a character made a weird decision." You know, they're gonna be like, "Kill this guy off, cancel the show, whatever,
Kill them off, aliens."
Yeah, inject aliens. The danger of tech-first company like Netflix. So this is from Variety Intelligence Platform, which is basically all they do is they analyze the streaming services and how their algorithms work. Because all of this is very like hush-hush stuff. It's kind of shady as it is, and how streaming services dictate their ratings and what is considered successful. That's why companies like HBO are in debt. And Netflix isn't, because they're basically a robot. They're like, okay, this works, give them more of that, right? And you sitting here around a table, it sounds like it's a smart idea, but the entertainment business is not about what the audience wants. It's about what we think the audience wants, despite themselves. You know what I mean? Like nobody thought, I don't know, nobody thought that movies that were kind of controversial, like The Wizard of Oz, for instance, when it first came out, nobody liked it. Now it's a staple hold of Americana, you know, and things like that exist. The same with The Matrix.
Yeah.
All the producers pooped on The Matrix when they were making it, and it blew up when it came out of theaters.
Well, I mean, and then there's a lot of shows that when you put it out, like, I mean, you've already mentioned this, but when you put it out, it's okay for the first couple episodes, and then it doesn't pick up until season 2.
Right. They have a bigger plan, but the story calls for a crawl, right? You can't just hook a person sometimes. Like I've tried to watch The Sopranos like 5 times, right? I can never make it through season 1. I know it gets better. It gets better and better and better, right? And one of these days I'm going to make myself do it, okay? Maybe I'm old, and maybe I have the discipline to do that younger people don't, okay? But like that's what I think is a good show. Breaking Bad, it's great in season 1, but it gets way better after that season.
Yeah, Breaking Bad. If I hadn't had the opportunity to just sit and watch it, I would have never made it past season 1.
Exactly.
I'd be like, all right, I'm bored.
And the juice is worth the squeeze. And shows that you stick around for, that's what makes it so well. And then you're like, you know, you're telling your friends, like, hey, you got to make it through the season. It's totally worth it. And then when you're right and they agree with you, you feel validated.
Vindication.
The $80 billion lowball versus Paramount's factor. Warner Brother entered the 2025 with nearly $40 billion in debt, 35 some odd. Analysts suggest the buyout price would need to be at 20 to 30% premium over its market cap to satisfy shareholders. Essentially, they got to slap out a ton of money up front to A, cover the debt, and then B, give Warner Brothers a profit. So that's another money paperwork factor that isn't being considered, right? We don't know the details of that. Maybe Paramount can only pay so much up front compared to what Netflix can pay. Warner Brothers is a distressed asset in a gold-plated wrapper. Netflix acquisition isn't a merger; it's a liquidation of legacy Hollywood. I mean, what if like Casablanca is owned by Warner Brothers and Netflix is like, this is offensive, and they just vault it forever? You know,
I mean, Disney does that.
Yeah, Disney does do that. Like these are staples of American culture, despite its offensiveness. I mean, sometimes the offensiveness is the point, right? And if people are like, no, audiences are dumb, we can't put that out there, they'll be offended. Let's just bury this and then never, like 1984. That's an awesome movie.
I mean, I don't know if they still do it because I haven't paid enough attention, but I know like Disney used to put a disclaimer when you turn on Aladdin. Like, who cares?
Yeah. Well, anyway. The streaming
just released a film, offensive movie. It's like no one's safe. You're all gonna get your talking to.
So Netflix already owns roughly 25% of the streaming market share. If you add in Warner Brothers, you're pushing it to nearly 40%, dwarfing Disney and Hulu. So They will be by far.
But don't worry, Netflix will ruin it enough to where it doesn't really count.
It's like they own 40%, but nobody's watching all 40%.
And this is why it's going to
They're lucky to get 5.
This is why it's going to suck for us. All right. The controversial point of all of this, as far as the consumer is concerned, is the digital dictatorship aspect of all of this. If the merger is allowed, Netflix essentially becomes big oil in the streaming business, and they can hike up the price. Some people are considering as high as $30 to $40 for a monthly subscription to Netflix.
No.
I mean,
we're in the transition of they're replacing cable.
Cable's been replaced.
It's been replaced by streaming service, but now they're consolidating it down where it's like Comcast or something. Or
the only reason I keep streaming and no cable is because I can watch it when I want.
Yep.
I don't care about the ads. I'm like, I'm not paying more to get rid of them now.
This isn't the Wild West where I had a TV guide and it's like, oh crap, I got to be home by 8 so I can watch this episode of this show. Or, oh, they're going to put this movie on Friday. We got to be home. We got to do something. Instead, now it's just like, what do you want to watch?
Yeah, the last thing that this article talks about is like the doomsayers of like, you got to keep physical media, keep your DVDs, you know.
You do, because there's some stuff that I've owned, and I'm like, where is it? And it's like, it's gone. It's off the... But it's like, I paid money to own it.
Yeah.
And it's like, now it's not on the service
That's
anymore.
another point, is streaming services are not allowing you to own culture. Same with video games and Game Pass. And, you know, even if you buy a game straight from the digital store online, you're not owning it.
Yeah.
That's part of the fine print. All of this is saying that you don't own any of the things, even if you subscribe to a subscription-based streaming service. So that is, they're calling it renting culture. That's what like the artist fancy people are saying. So that's the future, is all the doomsayers who own digital copies. They're the ones that are laughing because they're like, this is mine and nobody can touch it.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
On top of that, there's also, I've noticed there's some things like when it's on Netflix, there's some movies they cut scenes out of that are on the DVD.
I think that should be illegal. Yeah.
Well, I mean, granted, this is something small, but Supernatural, the very first episode, there's certain songs that are played that fit the scene and all that, and Netflix changed them because
they're offensive.
Yeah.
Copyright.
Well, they were like 80s, but I mean, that's part of the show. That's the show.
Yeah.
Not no mo. If Netflix don't like it,
you ain't getting it.
Because I saw that and I was like, no. And then I got the DVD, so I put it in and I watched the Netflix. And I was like, they did change it.
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
And the thing is they do it so subtly and they do it so much that you don't know like what has changed. You know, it's like you're in the Matrix. You don't know what's real.
It's like watching different versions of the Star Wars, the original trilogy.
Yeah.
It's like, wait, wasn't Jabba a dude? No, it's a slug man. Wait, why is Boba Fett there? He wasn't. Yeah, he's there.
Yeah.
Yeah, they added those extra scenes like in the 90s.
Yeah. It's like they just add stuff. It's like, wait, wasn't the old guy supposed to be Anakin? No, it's Hayden Christensen now.
Yeah, I watch stuff like that, and you know the Mandela effect, where you're like, man, is it me or is it them? I can't tell.
Something's different.
Drives me crazy, and then that's gonna be my paranoia. I'm gonna be like this old dude in a nursing home, and be like, back in my day, Star Wars, had an old guy portray Darth Vader in the episode.
We're in a parallel dimension.
It's going to be like 2045, and like Lord of the Rings will be on like the cube, whatever it is we have, the cube, the sphere. I don't know, the triangle.
Oh, come on, Game Sphere.
Yeah, where it's like I got to hook up 2 nodes to my temple, and I got to watch it, and I got to sit in a chair with an IV drip or something, so I don't like have a seizure and my heart explode.
Smell-o-vision.
And then like Aragorn's going to turn and look back at everybody and go for LBGDQ rights and take off running.
Yeah. Sponsored by Mountain Dew.
Yeah, he's going to have like NASCAR sponsorships all over his tunic or something.
His sword just says, just do it.
Just do it. Yeah, he has Nike boots on.
This wasn't like this back in my day.
Grandpa's been like this for 50 years. No!
Yeah. Come on, Grandpa, back to the hub.
So there you go. That is my argument, is why capitalism isn't 100% a positive thing.
You socialist.
Right.
Well, it only took you 35 minutes to tell us.
I'm not saying
this was a
socialism.
Drawn-out rant you had.
Yeah, I had notes because I figured we'd get through yours about 5 minutes.
This wasn't a soapbox episode.
Yeah, so. Hating on his blocks.
But you can see it though, right? If Walt Disney was still alive,
I just picture the meme with the stuff on the wall.
This means something. Oh, the Charlie Day thing. Where he's just hating.
No, it's totally true. You guys see it. You're gonna be mad when Harry Potter's all weird. You're gonna be mad, and then you're gonna be mad when Game of Thrones is.
They
all
already
weird.
ruined Lord of the Rings and Star Wars for me. There's nothing left.
Yeah,
that they can take.
there you go.
There's nothing left.
So
that they
then
can
you
take.
understand. If Amazon didn't have all that money and could do whatever they wanted to with Lord of the Rings, it wouldn't be that bad. Just saying.
Amazon did it.
Yep.
Those bums.
Yep.
Anyway.
Yeah, they messed up Halo too.
Nah,
Yeah.
was that? That wasn't. That was Hulu. I thought.
I thought that was Paramount.
Paramount.
But they're on Amazon, so.
Oh, okay. All
There's
right.
a little bit of gaming controversy.
Let's hear it.
The FaZe clan. Everybody remembers FaZe from the 2010s.
Yeah.
Big. They were huge. They lost 6 influencers in contract negotiations on Christmas
Contract negotiations for what?
for them staying with FaZe. Like all of them were like,
It's a video game.
it's a gaming group. It's an esports company.
But they stream though.
But
right?
like if on their website, like all their list of like influencers or whatever, all of them are gone. All of them. They've lost like everybody who was like worth talking about or like that people would care to watch.
Isn't FaZe Atlanta based?
I don't know.
I think they actually are.
Yeah.
But like all of them are gone on contract negotiations, and a lot of it's just like the esports market. Because I mean, I don't really know how many of these esport gaming things are out there.
Well-
I know on Call of Duty you could have like the team stuff. FaZe had one.
Right.
There was like a Los Angeles one, a New York one.
And to be fair, like
Optic.
the gaming culture is in a weird place right now because Call of Duty is no longer the staple for shooters. You know, nobody really knows what it was. Battlefield 6 for a minute, but now everybody's talking about Arc Raiders, and I wonder if it's just going to be like, I wonder if it's going to be like a Rolodex, like you spin the wheel and throw a dart, and you're just like, yeah, you know what? Today we're back at Call of Duty.
I mean, FaZe, they've been losing millions of dollars like over the last year. Like even some investor who started investing with them in 2024, he's put $10 million into the organization in 18 months. And he ended all the contract negotiations with all these dudes. And all of them were just like, no, we're done. We're out of here.
It's basically like cryptocurrency of entertainment. Like it's so fast and loose that nobody knows what people are going to be interested in anymore.
Because they went public in 2022 and anticipated $1 billion valuation, but became penny stocks. Made concerns about sponsorship-based business models, which a lot of it is sponsor-based
It sounds shady as
for them.
it's all get out.
Because like you see like those esport like tournaments or whatever, and like they have on like their shirts and they got like little sponsor logos and stuff on them, like they're athletes.
Sponsored by Pizza Rolls.
They are athletes.
Yes.
They are
They're
athletes.
considered athletes.
Yeah,
which
my,
is
my daughter's
ridiculous.
my daughter's
So are chess
high
players.
school. My daughter's high school. She's in mountain biking, like where they ride mountain bikes through mountains and fall off and break limbs and stuff like that. They declass that from a sport to a club or an organization to promote video games or esports as an actual
Nerds!
Yeah. I was like,
Promote nerds.
I was like, I love video games as much as anybody, but come on.
And
There's-
I'm like, where was this when I was in high school? I could have lettered in video games.
she legit can be offered a scholarship for being a Smash Brothers player at whatever college she wants to go to. Exactly. Like
That's insanity. But it's like nobody cares about esports anymore.
nobody does because
Nobody.
We were born at the wrong time.
We
Well-
really were.
Well, I mean,
But a lot of these dudes, like, because Face Jev, like, he posted a video the other day. He took FaZe off of his thing. He's done. And he's like, I got invited in like 2014. He's like, and I just never left. He goes, I never even signed a contract. They were just, he's like, I did my own thing the entire time. I posted what I wanted to do, played whatever I wanted to play. There was no communication. He goes, he's like, ownership changed hands multiple times. He goes, I never met any of them.
yeah.
He's like, I just kept doing what I was doing, and they were like, "You're doing a great job." And he's like, "Cool." he's like, I don't do this for money. He goes, I do this just because I like gaming.
He does it for money, but he does it for himself for money.
He does it solely for himself.
Yeah.
He does it because he loves playing video games, and like, I mean, his YouTube channel,
Yeah, he's living the dream.
is up 5 million plus
Yeah.
subscribers. He's like, FaZe helped his career,
I hate him. I want to play games for a living.
and all like he posts like a couple videos a day, and it's like 10-minute videos of him doing something. He just posted like, "This is what Elden Ring looks like on your 100th playthrough."
I can't even play 10 minutes a day.
Like he's like going on like this rant about FaZe, and that he's like, all right, now watch me smash Mesmer as he like just runs through and starts beating up the character in Elden Ring, which is hilarious.
But like people like him kind of win a lottery though. Like these streamers,
He's one of the few.
yeah, they just start off on them by themselves. They have a personality. People cling to it. because the streaming community.
But it's such a flooded
Nowadays,
community.
yeah.
Well, yeah, with content creators, if you want to call them that, and also like who actually like put your thumb down on the audience of what streamers are, like who actually watches Twitch and all that crap. It's tough. I don't even think that like people watch actual streams as much as they do the reels and the whatnot that comes out in post production.
In the 2010s, it was a lot more popular. With Twitch streamers, because they were doing all that stuff, building fan bases. There was like TwitchCon, and you could go meet them. Like it was a whole like even like with Rooster Teeth had like RTX and all that stuff.
And back
all
then,
that was happening at that time.
Back then, it was people you didn't know. Nowadays, all these celebrities have Twitch channels. All these celebrities have podcasts.
Yeah,
you can't compete.
Yeah. And celebrities are playing video games now.
Yeah.
Like A-list celebrities, like Henry Cavill or. Who's that guy?
Well, I mean, just like I watch wrestling. There's a guy that's a wrestler that he plays video games. Just because he's a wrestler, he started a video game channel. Automatically had like 1 million people.
Yeah,
it's like, so, how am I going to compete with that?
I mean, honestly, if I was an A-list movie star, I would totally play video games online just to get more money for playing video games. Yeah. Why not?
It's like I don't have to go to some country and shoot a movie, learn lines. He goes, I can sit here and play Grand Theft Auto and just be like, hey, watch me do this. I'm going to run over this hooker.
Exactly.
I'm gonna rob a bank. Woo. It's like just like this movie I did 5 years ago.
Look at him. He's just like me.
Yeah.
We can be just like you.
What?
It's okay.
Just
watch us.
I feel like COVID was the peak of streaming.
Yeah, because there wasn't much content.
Because Warzone happened, and that was its own phenomena.
Yeah,
it's like everybody's just at home playing games or watching other dudes play games, and it was funny.
Man, Call of Duty has dropped the ball.
Oh yeah, it's over.
It's wild.
It's over.
You know,
there's a petition going out now for them to stop making Modern Warfare and Black Ops games and make a Ghost sequel.
That was the last good one.
That was the last good one.
I mean, it was good, but like, I wouldn't trust them with the storyline.
Well, no, because
they'll ruin it.
Yeah,
it's open world. I don't want open world. I want a linear campaign. Damn it.
I don't know.
Give me a little compass with a little star of where I'm supposed to go.
I'm tired of feeling like I'm playing a game that a robot decided I should play and would enjoy it. Like Arc Raiders is designed by people, and you can tell because there's hard rules that like people who complain and cry about, like, hey, there's PvP. Well, yeah. I want to do PvE. Well, do it. Just watch out for other players.
Yeah, friendly.
Boom.
No such thing.
I've done that a few times.
I don't subscribe to such niceties.
Yeah.
Look, I'm always friendly until I get the opportunity to take you out. When you walk in that room, I can throw a grenade and shut the door. You're screwed.
Yeah.
I win. I get your stuff.
You know, I think a problem for video games today is the amount of production that's required to build the game is technologically so far beyond what like trained people can keep up with. Like that's why Grand Theft Auto keeps getting delayed. That's why all these games, it's now a 10-year window to make a complete game. Or you get it in 5 years and it's broken.
Fake Rockstar post where it's just like, yeah, we pushed it back. And it's like, you want to know why? Because we don't want a cyberpunk style release.
Yeah.
It's like, complain, say something again, and it's going to be 2027.
It is 2027.
Or it's going to be 2028.
Yeah. Yeah, that. And two, I think that a big problem is that players who are into the games, right, are struggling to keep up with like what the Rolodex is swapping over to. So I'm into Arc Raiders, but now this new shiny thing comes out, and then like it's not like Warzone was in 2020, right? Where everybody was
Warzone had like a 5-year run.
Yeah, where everybody was playing it.
Everybody was playing Warzone.
Everybody got off work or got home from school to go play that.
Because it was good. They didn't change it a bunch until like more recently.
But now we have all these new shiny toys that are coming out, and you're just like, well, I was playing Battlefield 6, and then Arc Raiders came out, and I'm playing Arc Raiders. I don't have time for Battlefield 6.
I play what my friends play because it's the only time I have to play.
And then when the new shiny toy comes out,
whatever that'll be,
I'm gonna play that instead, and I can't keep up with it. And all of these games require, essentially a full-time job worth of effort to be like competitive in, especially if it's PvP oriented. I mean, you can always like enjoy the game, but
that's why I like Arc Raiders.
The casual gamer has been pushed aside.
The casual gamer has been pushed aside to the point of where, if you want to be like noteworthy or feel like you've had that sense of accomplishment, you have to invest an inordinate amount of time, or you just
Like
kill a
we
couple
did in
people.
Warzone.
Yeah, you kill a couple people and then you bounce, and then you play next week when you get a minute, and then you don't get that satisfaction that you once did.
I mean, that's why I like Arc Raiders, though, because they are very balanced in what they do. Because, like, some guy can be a great PvP run and shoot. When I detonate that trigger grenade that you ran across, there's not a whole lot you can do.
And your legs are over there, your knees somewhere that way.
That, or maybe I can't keep up with you. I'm going to throw a lure grenade and summon all the robots to you.
I do like how these PvP games are essentially opening up the different avenues to defeat other players. Call of Duty was basically just gun on gun. That was it. Whoever could twitch and shoot the fastest had the most TTK, and then accuracy, they would win every time.
Yeah, whoever had the top of the line PCs and can go, fast with their mouse and their keyboards and their nonsense, and then they were probably hacking anyway because they killed you because there's no way they're better than you.
Right. Yeah, and SMG defeats shotgun. Well, in Battlefield 6, tank defeats everything, and unless you have
tank.
Yeah, unless you have
a helicopter,
a helicopter
with rockets and missiles. It's an all-inspiring death destruction machine.
Or in Arc Raiders, you got a weird amount of weird stuff.
Well, that's the one thing. Like, I've learned as you're playing, there's other things that you can use. I don't have to use grenades. I can kill like the little snitch thing that flies around and looks for you. You kill that. You throw that at the enemy. It'll send out the signal, and two of the other little things will come down, and they'll be like next to him.
I watched a video where this dude found a fake flare, and like what his favorite thing to do is to like run out into an open field, and when somebody starts shooting at him, he hides behind a rock. Yeah, peeks out, gets shot once, and then ducks back in and fires the fake flare.
So people come running.
They think like, "Oh, we got him!" And so they come up, and he just pops out and shotguns him in the face. Because he baited him in. Yeah. That's great stuff. I love that stuff.
I've been watching this guy. He was hiding from like one of the big like robots called the Bastion that has like the Gatling gun on it. He was hiding. I was behind him, but I could see him. So with my suppressed weapon, I shot the Bastion to where it turned and looked at him. So then he was running from that.
He like look up, go
pretty much. And then after it killed him, it walked away, and I went and scavenged what he had.
Nice.
I was playing one the other day where this person was in this house and he was searching. Well, as I could hear him moving around. I was trying to sneak up, and I was going to plant this mine right outside the door. I figured he was going to come out because there was only 2 exits on this building. So as I'm planting it, he comes out the door and sees me. I'm like, I got on the proximity chat. I was like, you caught me. Good luck. Then he shot me, so I killed him. I took all his stuff. Was over encumbered.
I took it personally.
I took that personally.
I was over encumbered and like crawled to the exit so I could take all the stuff with me.
Yeah,
it's mine now. It's my loot.
It's just the stories that like Arc Raiders is like perfect for right now because the stories that can happen in a 2-minute real video, like a guy helping somebody defeat a monster or a robot or whatever, and then like thanks for helping me. Like, oh, there's the extraction point over there. And then once they get in there, like, they just start shooting each other, like, the betrayal.
Or you can have the Walking Dead scene where, you're both running from those robots.
Shoots him in the knee.
Shoot him in the leg. So they focus on him. He's stuck.
You traitor. I trusted you. All right, Mitch, what is your controversy?
Well, the delays. Like I was telling you about, like GTA 6 is delayed till 2027. But why are we having video or like movies and TV shows that it took, like Stranger Things, took them 10 years to make 5 seasons.
Yep.
8 episodes a season.
Yep.
There's no reason for it to take that long.
Because, and I'll tell, this is Brandon's opinion. This is Hayden's opinion. Ready? They have no idea what they're doing.
Oh, I agree.
It's literally, they are making it up as they go.
Well, because like Breaking Bad, it was mostly like it was like 15 or 16 episodes.
Yeah, if you ever watch Vince,
and it was season by season by season.
If you watch Vince Gilligan's production style, he has very detailed analytical notes of how it's not. Breaking Bad is not. There is an overarching plot, but he has character arcs. So where's Walter White going to be when so and so dies? How evil will Walter White be when Jesse gets captured by the bad guys, and so on and so forth? Like all these things, like when they hit their beats in the story plots, the overarching story, like these characters make sense because he designed it from day one of where they need to be, and then as they produce the show, the writers fill in all this stuff on the inside. So, Stranger Things it suffers from an over inundation of too many rules. Like nobody understands really how the worlds work in Stranger Things. It's just
because my wife watches it, and I was asking her questions because she was watching the new season the other day, and I'm like, so how did this like upside down thing get created? She goes, I don't know.
Yeah, nobody knows. Nobody knows.
It's like, so what's the deal with this? Like, how come they have powers? Like, I don't know.
Well, they explain it, but it's very loosely explained.
It's loosely explained. It's not enough to like actually give you a legit answer. And then so people go online, they Google, they research, they fan theory, and they get internet traction that way. So it's probably a popular design for producers because they get internet traffic with it.
But like my example of a show that went on forever, had 20-something episodes.
Supernatural.
Yes. Like after 5 seasons, it was just make it up as we go along. But they made enough to keep you entertained.
Yeah, Supernatural was entirely
too long.
Well, yes, and 2, character-based. Like nobody cared what the story was. It was Sam and Dean being goofy together.
Yeah.
And those actors made the show.
Right.
That like some of the episodes were downright stupid, like brain rotting dumb.
Yeah.
But people went through it because they like to see
Sammy.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like Stranger Things, there's like 1 or 2 characters I actually care about, but neither one of them are like the main focus of anything.
Yeah.
They're like side parts,
Well, so Stranger Things also went through an issue where Winona Ryder and David Harbour were like too expensive for this last season, so they got less screen time.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like there's production issues, there's internet validation for characters, there's political insurrection with like the LGBTQ stuff, and
well, I mean, then you have movies like or shows like The Boys, like they'll skip a year every now and then,
more than,
but you have a whole storyline to pull from.
Yeah.
So there's no reason to say, oh, well, we just couldn't figure out how we wanted to make.
Yeah, this season's the last.
Yeah, it's the last one.
Season 5, but it's like there's a whole story to pull from that you have no excuse on saying, well, we just didn't know how to make it work. Even if you don't follow it directly, you have a storyline to follow. Mm-hmm. So there's no reason for it to take 7 years for 5 seasons.
Money.
But they're not making money because they're missing out on years that they could have put out stuff.
You're still gonna watch it.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it, but there's no reason for it to have taken this long.
And then you got shows like South Park. That episode is being made that day.
No, not anymore. South Park. Trey Parker and Matt Stone are running away with the bank. They can do whatever they want now because they have so much money and everybody's fighting over them so much. Mm-hmm. Like they're supposed to release an episode once a week. They have to do by 2029. I think they have to do like 50, 60 episodes. Mm-hmm. They'll put one out a month, maybe, if they feel like it.
Yeah,
and nobody's
gonna watch it.
Yeah, you're gonna watch. That's exactly what they're saying. Like, what are you gonna not watch it?
It's like we've been running this wagon since like what 1998.
Yeah.
But Disney, they made a cartoon TV show that was 7 episodes, and they're 30-minute episodes of X-Men. Mm-hmm. The most recent one, it's 7 episodes, and they're like between 20 and 30 minutes long.
Yeah.
What?
It's animated.
That was a year and a half ago for the first season.
I think too, like another problem with too much content inundation for the consumer is they want to hold back on shows to try and get you to be invested in other shows. So they don't let content compete against themselves. You know what I mean? So if you're really into X-Men, but another show that comes out like when they should put X-Men out, they would rather you watch that instead.
But I don't want to watch that. I want to watch X-Men.
Well, you go capitalism, Mitch. You're a slave to their needs.
Just another brick in the wall.
That's right.
Look, everything needs to be like wrestling. 3-hour shows once a week, every week, 52 weeks a year.
I agree. I think that if you're going to do capitalism, you should do it 100%, where everybody gets everything all at once, and just let the numbers, say what happens, So,
but was it
no limiting, no censoring, just put it all out there. Let the people decide.
Elder Scrolls 6.
Yeah, I've been waiting for that since 2011.
Why have they remade? Was it Elder Scrolls 5?
Yeah, Skyrim.
Skyrim.
Oblivion. They remade it Oblivion recently.
They did do.
Why are we doing all these remakes? Just work on the game that you're supposed to be making.
They're doing a Fallout 4 anniversary edition now.
Yeah, because they held off because they're like, oh yeah, we're doing Fallout. It's, I think 76, and then that game fell on its butt because nobody really liked it.
This is also going to be Tom. What's his name? Tom Howard's last game is Elder Scrolls 6, so he's probably gonna make sure it's not another Starfield.
Yeah,
So.
and then they held off because it was like, no, we're focusing on Starfield, and everybody played it once. It was just like, all right, that was that.
I haven't
Another
played the
thing
DLC.
Another thing with the project delays, why are you announcing them? Oh, we're going to have this made in 2 years. Why are you telling me 2 years from now?
Pre-orders.
Yeah.
You can't even pre-order some of this. Like GTA 6, you can't pre-order it.
Well, it's because Rockstar's, they're a money train. They're not going to not make money. But for Starfield...
Rockstar's gaming release history of all their titles is probably the most impressive of any video game company.
True, they're all really good.
But
Starfield?
No, what's their... Ubisoft, what's
Bethesda.
Bethesda will announce a game 2 years out, and part of their budget for the game is dependent on pre-orders. Like it's a scheme, man.
To see they generate interest, and then they can put it into production,
right? And like for instance,
then they start releasing clips and stuff.
CD Projekt Red was considering doing that with The Witcher and Cyberpunk 2, but then went through mismanagement from the Cyberpunk debacle, and they put an axe to that. But essentially, what was going to happen was they were going to announce a bunch of games, allow people to pre-order. So if you wanted Cyberpunk 2 and I wanted The Witcher 4, and I paid for The Witcher 4, but everybody got Cyberpunk 2, like that one was pre-ordered the most, they would put that in production. And I'd just be out of money until they made that
Where's
game.
my game?
Yeah.
Well, another thing I had a problem with is streaming, because you have things like Disney, who own ESPN. You can do a Disney and ESPN bundle. You pay a little more.
Which only works for some of the games.
You get both. And then if you want to watch, like, I like to watch wrestling, the football games for the playoffs, we're just on.
Playoffs.
Playoffs. You got to
talk about playoffs.
You got to pay an extra $45 a month to have ESPN Plus to watch those games.
It's a racket, man.
I was like, I'm not paying $45 more for something I already own.
It's like, I remember the old days with cable. It's like I could just watch Monday Night Football.
Yeah.
I could turn on the channel and it would just bum 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 da da.
It's a racket.
Well, it's like, why can I have to pay $45 extra when I already have ESPN? When I can come over to my parents' house and watch ESPN for no extra charge,
because
it doesn't charge the cable company more.
Or even like with like Hulu has like hockey games or some of they have NHL games, and it's never any of the games I want to watch. I've yet to get a New York Islander game.
They know
it's always like Vancouver's playing Calgary.
Yeah. They know what games you want to watch.
They're and I'm like, I don't want to watch Vancouver.
They're going to put it behind a paywall, where you'll pay more money to watch it.
But then
it's basically pay-per-view, but subscription-based.
Yeah.
So. And then they have Netflix, which I found out recently. Netflix has your basic model with ads. Then you can pay extra for no ads, which I'm not paying $5 extra just for no ads. And then you have the $17, which is like I think $12 more to actually get some of the new movies that are coming out. Because when 28 Years Later came out in June, I paid a little bit extra because I was like, oh, it's on Netflix. I'm going to watch that. And I was like, why can I still not see it? Like, I know it's on here. Somebody showed it to me. And then I found out you got to have the Netflix Advanced to get that. I was like, why am I paying? I have Netflix.
This is why I every now and then I like going upstairs at my house because that's where my Nintendo 64 is, and I step back into 1995.
He puts on the same clothes.
They don't fit. It's very tight. My Darth Vader shirt doesn't fit anymore. But I turn on this old big box TV that's up there, and I blow my cartridge. I put Star Fox on or Shadows of the Empire, and I hit on, and it works. And there's no internet. I don't have to sign in. I don't have to give them a phone number and an email address and a credit card.
That will be the future. You will have to pay to turn on your console. You'll have to pay to subscribe to some consoles, subscription-based, the game subscription, the internet usage.
And then there's that hero that hacked Rainbow Six Siege.
Yeah.
And flooded everyone's account with billions of in-game currency, so everything was free pretty much for all of them. And they just got everything they wanted, and it's just like, not all heroes wear capes.
That's a testament to Ubisoft. I hate it for the players because they're all banned now. Like, all the players, every player. And like they don't know what to do with that game.
And another thing that pisses me off, how come other countries get access to stuff that we don't get access to when we pay for Netflix?
Syndication rights.
Yeah.
Well, because the ESPN Plus, you have the wrestling. But if you live overseas on Netflix, you can watch the same thing.
So
a whole different
producer will say, "Hey, we're guaranteed X amount of dollars for America for this sport if we make it harder for people to watch." in UK where they don't watch that stuff, we'll make it cheaper, so we'll get some more money from them too.
They're too busy watching the same like drama type cop show of people in trench coats who don't have guns solving a mystery by some town by the sea.
Well, for me, like TKO, which owns what do you call it, the UFC, they took over wrestling as well, and the owners of what WWE was, they were like, she said in like an interview on like some kind of podcast or something, she was like, just use a VPN. And I do.
That's what a lot of people do.
And I do.
That's what a lot of people do to watch stuff, because there's still like movies I've wanted to watch. It's like, it's available in like England and Canada and Australia, and I'm like, I don't live there. I was like, how come they can watch it and I can't? Are they better than me?
Well, that's what in the United States, you pay for Netflix Advanced. But in the UK, there is no Netflix Advanced. Right. You just get the stuff.
Yeah, Disney used
to. I just VPN it.
Disney was showing rated R movies on Disney Plus before the buyout. And it's only because they could do it there. They had some sort of moral guideline where if you wanted to watch rated R movies, you had to go to Hulu. Now everything's on Disney Plus. They get that, but it's more expensive now. So
I mean, I'll watch Netflix and I'll scroll through. If I don't find nothing I want to watch, I'll turn on the VPN and I'll do like UK and I'll search different movies on the same app.
Look, all I gotta say is this before we wrap it up. You were probably spending, I don't know, maybe $60 a month in cable.
The current pricing now. You're probably
before
like
streaming stuff. Before streaming, it was probably like $60.
Yeah.
So
80 to 100.
How much do you think you're spending on entertainment consumption today?
Probably $150 to $200.
I know I'm paying less because I just refuse. Because like when they took wrestling off of Peacock, I got rid of Peacock. I don't need it, and I'm not paying the extra on the ESPN. So I have Disney, which is like maybe $11 because I got it the bundle back when it was still new. I have Netflix, which is the basic, which is like
you got Game Pass. You got,
but we're grandfathered into that because we've had it so long, so we didn't have to pay the extra that they do now.
But you still pay for it.
True.
And then whatever game comes out. So let's say like
if you have multiple consoles, like you have to play for the PlayStation.
Yeah.
Oh no, I don't have online for those. I don't worry about it.
The Switch has its own thing too.
I think the Switch one is like the cheapest.
It's cheap, but it's also kind of dorky, like how they do stuff.
There's
Anyways,
no game chat.
I bet you that, but like each of us are paying close to $200 a month on entertainment consumption.
Yeah.
That's not to include going to the movies. Right. That's not to do the Amazon rent the movie thing, all that other kind of stuff. $200 from all the streaming subscriptions and all that other stuff. So what they are doing with all the syndication, the streaming, upgrades with the advance and all this other crap, it works. They are getting the money from us. So
we must band together.
There's no,
as the consumers.
Absolutely
we must
not.
riot. We want communism streaming.
There's no way people will ever give that up too, and it's going to get worse. It's just going to get worse. You're going to end up spending $1,000 a month.
Not for me. I know ways to watch things without paying.
Well, I do see that, like when these corporate entities become powerful enough that they are they're in the government. All those like
lobbying.
All those like pirating copyright laws and stuff like that, it's going to be a hammer, and people will like go to jail for 20 years, when somebody goes to jail for 18 years for murdering, So like these things are going to be like the more cultural taboo things.
Dude just sitting there in a jail cell. It's like, well, guys, what'd you do? I killed 8 people. What'd you do? Downloaded a movie.
Oh, get away.
I didn't download anything. I streamed it.
Yeah.
It's not my fault he played it.
You sick perfect.
So that's their future.
What'd you download?
The future is NAR.
Dragon Ball Z.
Well, but we're all guilty of it.
But our podcast is still free.
Yeah, unless you go to our.
I mean, we'll always take money if you want to give it. But
yeah. What's our thing again? The pay one.
The pay one.
I don't know.
Okay.
What, Patreon?
Patreon, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I don't even know the name of it.
You got PayPal? We'll take it.
Yeah.
I mean, they can go to our Buzzsprout and donate if they want. There's not.
Nobody has.
Yeah.
Losers.
Yeah. No. Well, hopefully this was some free, enjoyable entertainment, just ranting and raving about while we're all spending money. But if you do feel compelled to spend a couple dollars and entertain this podcast.com,
put it to, give it to, we need it.
Obey and consume.
pay us money. Pay us money so we can complain about people paying money.
Don't pay us as much as you pay everybody else, but like if you're paying $15-$20 a month for Netflix, give us $5.
Just give us a Starbucks coffee.
Give us a tip. Just a little tip. Yeah.
Just a tip.
All right. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. That was it for me, Hayden. Goodbye from Mitch.
Bye.
Goodbye from Tom.
Goodbye, Mitch.
Goodbye.
Just the tip.
Speaking of just a tip, I got
Baggins!